Hello everyone, welcome to BMD Classroom. Today I'm gonna show you how to draw realistic portraits or skin tone using colored pencils. So I'm gonna be showing you how to layer, shade, and blend realistic portraits or skin tone uh, on a live drawing session. So this is going to be live, so bear with me. It's gonna be a very long uh, tutorial video, but I know that most of you prefer this kind of real-time live drawing tutorials because you are going to see the actual process of building realistic skin tones and drawings. And this is colored pencils. I'm using here one of my favorite colored pencil brands, the Prismacolor colored pencils. Later, I'm going to show you how to layer. This is the layered part. This is the layered and blended part. So this is the unfinished. So before we blend this, I'm going to show you first how I did the right eye. Exactly how I did it. You will witness and how I will layer and blend later. I know a lot of you struggle, especially on the skin tone with colored pencils. How to choose colors and how to mix the colors together to form one realistic skin tone based on your reference photo. But let's finish the left eye first. First of all, for those of you who don't know me yet, I am BMD Portraits. I am a Filipino artist. I'm drawing this live right now here in the Philippines. And I know I have a lot of viewers from different parts of the world, so thank you for always supporting my channel and watching my videos. So as a thank you for all of you, I'm giving you this free live drawing lessons specifically on different topics or kinds of drawings and materials and pencils. This time, colored pencils, because it's quite hard compared to just charcoal or graphite. So this is the black Prismacolor. As usual, you don't want to put pressure when you are layering. Even something like this, as dark as this, you don't immediately push your pencil too hard on the paper, because we still are gonna add some tones even with this eyeball right here. So usually the iris right here, or the pupil rather, is a lot darker compared to the rest of the iris. Okay, and then usually this part is also a lot darker. So the pencil that I'm using right now is a wax-based colored pencil, because there are two types of colored pencils, wax-based and oil-based. The wax-based is a lot creamier and buttery compared to the oil-based, which is a lot dry. Please tell me if you prefer drawing lessons like this, because I want to have a series of live drawing sessions here on my personal classroom. This is, I'm gonna call it for now, BMD art class. So another very important tip when you are working with colored pencils, doing realistic portraiture, patience. Patience is the key. In short, just don't rush. Just give it time to reveal itself. So I'm just using the black right here. So on the early part of the drawing, you need to keep your pencils sharp, always sharp. I'm gonna shade, because she has a very dark eyebrows, I'm gonna shade it with a little bit of this black as a base. Okay, so now we need to shade this part, the white part. It's supposed to be white part of the eyes, but this is not really white like this one, so it has a little bit of different colors to achieve this white part of the eye. Well, first of all, I need to draw the line, this, what do you call it, the second line, with the black. So another tip, do not overly use the black pencil, especially on the actual skin tone. Just on the very visibly dark details of the drawing, like this second line. By the way, I'm gonna be sharing all the colors that I'm gonna use to layer and to color. But I must say, you should not, as a beginner, you should not worry about the exact uh, colors of the skin, or based on your reference. All you need to do is just look directly on your reference and pick different colors. It doesn't matter what exact colors you pick, but just start with the regular skin colors. And you're okay. You may not get exactly the color like this one. This is not really, as you can see based on my reference, this is not exact in terms of the color, but in terms of the shadings and the shadows, that is the more important uh, thing to consider as a beginner with colored pencils. It doesn't matter. Actually, you can just use 3, 5, or 10 colors. It doesn't matter. What's important is how you build your shadows and how you shade and how you blend. But these colors that I use here is I can say very standard. You can just look for similar shades of all these colors, and then a little bit of black here inside the white part, especially on the edges, to make it look like more, what do you call it, rounded or spherical. Just a very light shade of black on these parts, just to make sure that it has a good contrast. Now I'm gonna soften the edges of this iris right here to make it nicely blended with the white part of uh, the eye. Okay, I think I need some blue. This is the blue that I picked, PC 1027. I'm gonna sharpen it a little bit. I'm gonna lightly shade this middle part of the iris with this nice darker, I'm not sure what color, blue. Can you look for the PC 1027 for me? And then a gentle blue on this part right here, the white part. Okay, and then dark brown. This is just the dark brown, the plain dark brown. So I'm gonna color it with a little bit of a pressure because this iris is very dark, just to mix it with the black. May I know on the comment section if you like this kind of drawing tutorial? Will you be always present on my live class, art class? And I will appreciate questions also. It means that you patiently watch this long video and that you know, you want some clarification, some questions, and opinion also. It means that you enjoy somehow this kind of long and boring video. Now I'm gonna generously shade the eyebrow, the base tone, with this dark brown. It's gonna be the main foundation of the eyebrows. Just don't draw the actual eyebrows or the hair yet. What we need to do is to establish the base first. And then I'm gonna add this dark brown here on the line, the second line of the eye, to make it look more natural. Okay, so I think we need to finish the iris first. So the last color that I'm gonna shade it with is this color right here. This is henna. I think I'm gonna put pressure a little bit just to blend everything together and get rid of the tooth of the paper. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back with the black to really define and to really shape this the pupil right here in the middle. And of course the black, rather the dark brown, to fully blend and clean the edges. Okay, so I think we're ready to add the highlight of the iris. But wait, I need a little bit more of this henna, this reddish tone, just right here in the middle. Okay, for the highlights, it's very crucial. There is this tiny highlights right here under the pupil, and for this I'm gonna be using electric eraser because the highlight here is not too intense, just a little bit like light, the streak of light right here. there. And then the gel pen, white gel pen, is for the more intense highlight. Let's clean this first. You know where it goes. It's here, and it's quite big. Please don't get annoyed with my English. I know it's not perfect because that's not my first language. Okay, let's finish up quickly the white part of the eye, starting with this color, the henna. I think you need a pen and paper beside you when you're watching the video so you can list the colors that I use, so you would know which color first, especially on the skin tone part later. A little bit of this henna, the reddish color here. I think I need a little bit more of the blue here. Okay, so and then the next color, just for the white part of the eye, is this. This is the clay rose. I think it's gonna cover majority of this part right here. I think I'm gonna lean more on this kind of tutorial, the live drawings, raw tutorial video compared to edited, much edited videos or drawing videos where you don't get any value. So yeah, so I hope you still finish and watch this video, this kind of videos, just to learn, to really learn, and just hopefully help you improve with your drawings. Because with lots of AI stuff going on right now, I hope that people still value this kind of real contents, real tutorials, real experience. I need a little bit of this green color. This is the moss green, just a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna be using it on the actual skin tone later, so I might use it on places where I need it. Maybe a little bit. Because the idea, or the biggest tip I think with realistic portraiture is draw what you see. Just draw what you see. In terms of colors, in terms of details. And then a little bit of yellow, yellowish color. This is not exactly yellow, this is yellow ochre. Just to add a little bit of warmth on this white part of the eye. What if you know this part right here, the white part of the eye, what do you call it? But obviously this is not white in terms of art, in terms of portraiture. Okay, so now finally I'm gonna blend it using, or most of it using, this nectar color. Or if you don't have it, just get the flesh or dark flesh. Just want to preserve your colors and at the same time tone it with this a little bit of flesh pinkish color. Okay, so now finally white, our ultimate blender, the white colored pencil. This is again, this is Prismacolor. So wait, oh my god, my sharpener is already not too sharp. Circular motion, just blend until you don't see white particles or the texture or the tooth of the paper, but not too heavy because you don't want to lose the shade. So I think if you are very serious to learn portrait realism with colored pencils or any other pencil mediums, I think you should subscribe and ring the bell so you can be notified for uh, the upcoming tutorial here on BMD Classroom. Yes. Okay, now let's continue drawing the skin tone outside because yeah, that's I think that's what you really need to learn more. So okay, so we start from the darkest pencil uh, for shading or layering skin tones. Again, let's keep it sharp. Let's make it sharp. So this is dark brown. So you can use any other like oak, what do you call it? Like burnt umber, burnt ochre, any brown, dark brown tone will do, or sepia. Okay, well, I'm gonna shade, uh, very lightly shade this heart right here. Dark umber is also a nice substitute. Then the shadow right here. So again, this is my first pencil for the skin tone, the dark brown. Actually, almost always dark brown. So now you are gonna see how slow this process is, and I hope you don't mind. You don't mind this very long, slow process for colored pencil realism. We start to shape this. What is a more appropriate term for the eye bags of uh, eye bags? Because it feels weird to say. Now we are serious. We are getting so serious and concentrated on the actual shading of the skin tone. Again, we are not rushing anything. Now I'm connecting the shades and the shadows of the eye to the eyebrows. It means I'm working here on the middle right here. See how light I'm pressing on my pencil and not adding any hard pressure at all. To do that, I'm holding my pencil at the edge and then I just draw on a slanting position. We are gonna connect the eyebrow to the bridge of the, what do you call it, the side of the nose, which is a lot darker. So I'm gonna concentrate building this shadow right here. I think you should get your colored pencils right now and start working with me. Even on a different, what do you call it, reference photo, you can just try it. Same colors, same technique. So again, this is just the layering or the shading part of the drawing. We are not yet thinking about blending or some sharp details, just the actual shading of the shadows. We need to work really well on the shadows of the drawing because that's what give it life and shape and three-dimensionality. Okay, I need to sharpen. this part is lighter, so just leave it or shade it just a little bit, like super light pressure. So now the idea, I know you get already the idea. Even when you're shading with the first pencil, the dark brown right here, what you do is based on your reference photo, you add more shades on darker parts and less pressure on lighter parts or the highlighted part. Like here, we need to darken it a lot compared to the rest of the skin tone, this side part. And of course the bridge, the nose part is right here, the side of the nose. But still not applying pressure. It's okay if it looks rough compared to this, because it means that the tooth of the paper is still very much available for more, to accommodate more layers later. So another tip: paper. Paper is as important as colored pencils. So high quality paper with nice textures, medium texture paper is a must for a successful drawing. So if you are gonna ask me what paper I'm using right here, I'm using a medium surface paper. This is the Strathmore Drawing 300 series. I love the texture of this paper because it can absorb as many layers as I need. But I'm not gonna be using lots of colors right here because I want it to be simple tutorial for, especially for beginners like you who are watching and who are interested learning skin tones with colored pencils. And I hope at this stage you are uh, learning something from this. Okay, so I need to put a touch of this blue in the green, the same green and blue that I use right here. I'm gonna, yeah, layer them on top of the dark brown just to, well, I don't want to say it's optional, but she's wearing makeup, so I need to just be faithful with my reference photo. So this is the moss green. Well, I think you actually need this green right here because it complements the skin, the human skin, very well, and it establishes the shadows. And a little bit, just a quick touch of these colors that you don't usually use. I think you can use any dark green. And here on this dark shadow right here. See how it impacted the shadows. And then the blue, just because I feel like she's wearing some makeup here, so just wanna gently layer a touch of this nice blue. What exactly is this? Scene 1027. Well, the same blue that I used right here. Yeah, I think that's enough. So we can move on to our next actual skin tone color. Again, this is after the dark brown, henna. So now we're starting to build the actual skin tone to make it look like human skin tone. So this is the importance of a sharp colored pencil. Even if you are just, if you're not, even if you're not yet blending, it's coming out quite smooth, and it will be easier to blend even more later when we are already on the blending stage. It's gonna be a lot easier to blend when you layer it with light pressure and sharp pencils. So, and if you find this video very long and you don't have the time, I think you should come back and watch it again whenever you have time, because I'm sure you're gonna have lots of values in terms of portraiture, realistic portraiture with using colored pencils. Please confirm on the comment section. Please comment if you find value with this kind of tutorial, or do you have any suggestions, or are you gonna come back to my classroom to learn more, because I have a lot of tips and tutorials and on how to really draw using different pencil mediums. And let me know what pencil medium you want to learn, uh, also learn from this classroom right here. I suppose charcoal, graphite, more colored pencils, even pastel pencils if you want. And this is, again, this is just the the wax-based Prismacolor. What about oil-based tutorial? Or picking colors, or what else? Combining different colors using just 3 colors or only 5 colors. So I think I'm gonna have a lot in store for you if you are willing to come back here on my classroom. Okay, so now we jump in with our next pencil. This is clay rose. I call it the ultimate mid-tone pencil already. So we're already on the mid-tone. So it's gonna unify the shades or the skin tone, because I'm gonna layer it on top of the light part and even on the dark shadows. It's gonna fill in the gaps to make a more like solid skin tone. Okay, so now we're going to be using our next color. This is yellow ochre because we need some touch of yellow right here, if you can see on the reference photo. But do not use bright yellows. Okay, I think we're done with our layering and shading stage. Now we are gonna burnish. This is the burnishing stage where we are going to make it smooth. Or because as you can see, the tooth of the paper is still very much visible like this one. We need to make it like this to flatten the tooth of the paper, meaning adding pressure. So I'm gonna use a very light pencil, the usual flesh colored pencil. This is the Nectar, and this is what I'm gonna use to flatten the tooth of the paper, and at the same time to tone the skin with this nice light pink shade, flesh pink. So because I still need this kind of tone right here, so it's double purpose to shade it with this color, and at the same time to add pressure and start flattening the tooth of the paper, especially on the darker shadows. For the light part, I'm gonna be using the white pencil, which is coming next. But for this one, we are gonna tone and flatten, burnish. That's called burnishing, to make the tooth or the graininess or the white particles of the paper to make it disappear. We don't want that. Let's sharpen it first. Now you don't need, at this stage of blending or burnishing, you don't need two sharp pencils because it's just gonna break out when you add pressure. So yeah, it's enough. Just a rounded, not too sharp pencil will do. So let's start burnishing the side part where the dark shadows are. I think just enough pressure to flatten the tooth of the paper. So actually it's flattening the tooth of the paper and mixing all the layers of colored pencils. Okay, so that's it. And then finally, the white pencil. The most important part of the blending process is to burnish using the white pencil, particularly on the lighter skin tone or highlighted part of the skin tone right here. I think I'm gonna blend the eyebrow area with the white to prepare it for the hair later, the actual hair strands or eyebrow. So these are the highlight parts. Okay, so this is the burnishing stage is already done. Now, the detailing stage and the glazing stage. It means that we are gonna use the same pencils that we used a while ago to add details, to add darkness, and to bring back some tones that have been lost during the burnishing stage. And this is the detailing part. So we are gonna add the hair part, the eyebrows, the what's this part? This here, the eyelashes. that those last details we're gonna add on this glazing and detailing stage. Let's glaze first because as you can see, we lost some dark. So I'm gonna start with a black again to add more contrast. So I'm gonna add a little bit of darkness on this line right here, and then here. But we go back, when we are glazing, we go back to the light pressure. Glazing means just coloring or layering on top of the burnished surface. So as you can see, the paper is already burnished. So now we are just glazing on top of it and bringing back some lost details and tones, and to add the final details of the drawing, like the eyelashes and everything. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back with our dark brown, just to add some lost shadows, especially here on the side of the eye. So at this stage, the skin tone is already very nice and smooth, and the pencil is just gliding very smoothly on top of the burnished or blended skin tone. I think this part is already very easy and very quick. It's just you're putting makeup. Clay rose. I go back with the clay rose to put a final shade or glaze. well, if you are watching this and you are a beginner, I think I understand it will look and feel a lot complicated, but if you are really serious of learning it, you just get pencil and just start practicing, and I know it will be worth it, and you can do it. It's really, when I am a beginner trying to figure out all these things, it's really hard, but I hope with this kind of guidance, you can, somehow find it a lot easier to learn. I think I need a little bit more of green to glaze right here on this part. So the idea here is just don't stop until you're satisfied with all the colors and the depth. Yeah, I think now the hair, the eyebrows and the eyelashes using the black. Well, it doesn't need to be perfect because you cannot really place exactly where these strands are, so just